From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Tua. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Christian Barmore picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain, in vain.
something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before and I know that it hurts. Baby, you ain't the first girl who tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yes, outside dog. Ever since you left.
Well, Brock, it's another picturesque day of Florida sunshine here at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And the floater falls to the deck. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down. All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here. Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's a big strike to Hill. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down. Here's Tua. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tua setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So that brings up second down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Smith to the air now. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Smith. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
3rd and long for him here. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming for Smith. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
To this day, I can still still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Genty from the gun. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that first down carry.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 17. To his wideout, it's a screen. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Here's Genty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Backed up all the way to the 17 now for 3rd and goal. First throw for the backup now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Carlson's kick is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Washington now to return. He spins right by him. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. And off goes to Madison, running right. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
From the 22 on 2nd down. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins likely looking at a punt. 4th down, so the Dolphins are going to send out Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's 2nd and 2. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they get this down to the 28. we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
2nd and 10 now. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are tackled on the return after taking the interception back to the 25.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Tua. That's caught. Devon Achane. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Washington on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Achane on the inside give. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet. Have that explode.
Along the right sideline, there's space. Tyreek Hill. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. Tyreek Hill, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find paydirt.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down. From the gun, O'Connell. Completed to his running back. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
O'Connell now to throw on third. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Give up the guts. It's Genty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 34. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Big play action. It's O'Connell. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
2nd and 10 now. O'Connell has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Genty on the draw. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
O'Connell here from the gun. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
They've got a man in motion. 3rd and goal, O'Connell. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Going play action. Tagovailoa. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa again. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. So with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd down run from Achane. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. He'll throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throw is caught by the back. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play action, O'Connell. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Dolphins will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Not an overwhelming amount of running room available, but he made what he could through the traffic on the pick. Everything he got them, just a bonus really anyway. They were certainly satisfied by simply getting off the field.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
He's going to take this one forward for a gain of about 9. Third down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins holding a 4-point lead. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A-Chain again. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Here he is to throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for Raiders first. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw it. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And this one does not go far. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Oh no, the ball is loose! And the Dolphins got it! And they can't call the return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They're going to pass it here. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. All set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Raiders just about ready for this one. Needs 1st and 10. To throw, here's O'Connell. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Marshall. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A-Chain, a 1st down carry. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part, too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ballgame.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.